So from the 512, I gave it a B for booty and not good booty, like that Fat Albert booty, and that's bad. From the 214, B minus. From the 469, B minus. We could have had a better first round pick. From the 682, C plus. From the 903, worst draft since the taco debacle. From the 512, A plus plus. The league has gotten soft. Thug it up. Football is a violent game after all. That's what the text says, all right? And by the way, yeah, I know a lot of people who feel that exact same way. From the 682, B. From the 214, C minus. From the 469, we change our grading scale. 1 star. From the 956, B minus. From the 903, C. From the 214, F minus. If there was a grade worse than that, I would give them that.
There's no way, right? You can't give them an F minus, really?
I won't give them that hard, but I will give them a D. And now, let's see how it plays out. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I just think this. I think looking at it now, I just wonder this. You don't know this, but wouldn't it be awesome if we had Slater as our first pick now that we got Jabril Cox in the 4th round? Now, I'm not saying like you can't know that. You can't know who's dropping. But I'm worried about the 2nd round pick. I am. It doesn't mean he's going to be bad or he's going to be good.
Calvin Joseph?
Yes, I am just worried about him getting kicked out of LSU and then at Kentucky. You can kind of read different things on like, well, I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to play anymore. And I think that becomes a different debate about different things. But then, Stoops kind of going, well, then I don't want you on the team anymore if you're just going to walk around here and not try anymore. And so that was the last time he was at Kentucky. So I just get worried. Dane Brugler says that's a big boom or bust pick in the 2nd round, that guy might not be able to play in this league or that guy could be really good in this league, which means kind of like it's going to be tough for him just to be like solid, I think. So we either made a hell of a pick or a horrible pick there. And then the 3rd round, I just saw too many people, including our own staff, everybody that was covering the draft on 105.3 The Fan. We have the best coverage, right?
Yes.
By far in the country and by far for Dallas Cowboys coverage. If all of them disagree with the pick when it's right before it's picked and then as it's picked, that can't be good, right? Unless we're going to say that our coverage isn't good. If we're going to say that, no, we don't know what we're talking about, then we can say, well, they're good picks. But I believe we know what we're talking – not me, but I believe that like Broadus and Kavanaugh and Brugler know what they're talking about. And if they're like, I wouldn't have picked that guy or I think that's a round too early, that can't be good.
So Kavanaugh even admitted he didn't know who the pick 99 was. And you mentioned Matt Miller. The comparison is for Osa, he went 75th. Matt Miller had him 228. Chauncey Golston went 84. Matt Miller had him 242. Wright went 99, and he was ranked 315. Jeff had never heard of him. Dane Brugler had him as the 38th ranked cornerback and a 7th rounder, and I think Mel Kiper had him as the 44th ranked cornerback.
Didn't Jeff go back afterwards and say, shame on me for not knowing the player, and then give listing like some of his quality like things about Watson? Like,
but like that was with all due respect to him, that wasn't a real research. That was like an overnight kind of thing. So
Dane did all the research on him before the draft, before he was picked, and he had him as a 7th rounder, undrafted.
Yeah,
and he might end up being great. I mean, Jay Ratliff was a 1st-round pick, right? I mean, Jay Ratliff played like a 1st-round pick for his career. Yes. So it doesn't mean that if you were taken 99th and people didn't like you, you're not. So that's the tough thing about grading it right now. But, I mean, everybody who does this, Dane Brugler does this for a living. Broadus used to do this for a living and kind of still does it for a living in a different aspect. Jeff Kavanaugh kind of does this for a living. He has a whole YouTube page committed to stuff like this. And that's where I'm going off of my D grade. I'm not going off of my opinion. I don't have a strong opinion on this because I didn't watch all of these. I didn't go and watch 250 guys, for 250 plus hours.
So I'm going to run you across the board. These are the grades from national outlets. Corey tweeted this out today. I tweeted this out yesterday. I want to say this is a kind of a compilation chart of 18 draft evaluations. The Cowboys got an A, D, A-, C+, C-, C, C-, D, a B, B minus, B, A minus, B, C, B minus, B minus, C, and a D plus. Has an average GPA of 2.42, which puts the Cowboys in 27th place. That puts them ahead of the Saints, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks, and Texans. The Chicago Bears lead the way with a 3.99 GPA, and so they're at the top, and it goes Bears, Browns, Chargers, Jets, and Dolphins leading the way. The Cowboys were ranked 27th by these national media compilations.